What's good, everyone? My name is Narou, and today I'm going to show you how I created my track running in circles. I'll go over each individual track and show you the elements in its details. Yeah, let's dive right in. Okay, let's start with the drums. There's 2 kicks going on. I wanted to create like a little heartbeat kind of vibe. Then we got a snare coming in around here. It's like a real sounding snare. And then I added some chimes. I always use chimes pretty much in every track. It's just a really nice texture. I like to put my textures really soft. You can hear that also here with the cymbals. They're like barely audible, but yeah, it just creates a vibe. In the chorus, we got 3 different snares going on. This one at the top, that's like a little crunch snare, and then we got this one and that one. It's like more attack, the last one. Yeah, and then we got some hi-hats here. There's 3 different layers of hi-hats. There's one that's a bit that sounds like a real kind of hi-hat. This one like a 808 kind of vibe. This one which is spread out to the sides, and then we got another one down here. 4 different layers of hi-hats. That's a bit of an overkill. You don't necessarily have to do that, but yeah, in this case I did. And then I added this drum group right here, which is a drum rack, which is playing 808 samples. And then all together the drums sound like this. Keep in mind that this doesn't sound like the record that you can hear on all the streaming platforms, because this is just a production project. I also mix my own tracks. If you would like to see how I mix, leave a comment down below and we'll maybe do another video where I show you how I mixed running in circles. All right, there is another layer here that's just some, I call this clappy perks. Just like perks that are spread out, a bunch of them that were recorded just like on the rim of a snare. We got 3 different layers of bass. We got this lower one right here. There's LA2, pretty much my favorite compressor from UAD, just doing some slight compression. Then we got guitar rig, just a bass amp, another compressor here, rolling off some 120 hertz, and then we got another Pultec attenuating some frequencies, boosting some frequencies, and then we got a sidechain going on with a kick. I think most of you know what sidechain is. So the kick, the bass is ducking whenever the kick is playing, just slightly, so the low frequencies don't interfere. We got another bass here that's like a crunchy layer. There is again LA2 doing some heavy compression. You can see I use this plugin a lot. Again, bass preamp, and then the thing that makes it crunchy is down here, the decapitator. If I take it off, you can't really, there's no crunch if I put it on. And then there's this plugin from Ableton, which is also really fire. Use your DAW plugins. I'm telling you, there's really some gems in Ableton, in Logic, and Cubase, and all the softwares. And this one is like one of my favorite plugins. It's called the Chorus Ensemble. It's just a chorus pretty much, but it's fire. It just sounds good. If I take it off, it just adds some width, spreads it out a bit. Again, some sidechain compression happening with the kick. Pretty much all the bass layers are sidechained, and then there's another bass which is a bit higher, just EQ'd, 3 different EQs. Another, the 1176, doing some limiting, and then again a sidechain, and then all the bass layers together. And then with the drums, next element we got are some steel drums. They're already flattened. I can't show you the exact preset, but I can tell you. You can see it's from Contact 5. It's the steel. There's a factory preset called steel drums, and then I just affected it a little bit, and it's playing these chords. I created this track on my old computer, so I didn't have a lot of power because it was quite an old computer, so I needed to freeze and flatten a lot of things. So yeah, that's why I can't show you the processing here, but it's just some delays and the steel drum preset from Contact. And then there's another layer here, also from Contact, like some watery texture steel drum. Together they sound like this. And then with the bass, and then with the drums. There's these synths down here that are again froze already. It's Serum pad. Serum in general just uses so much CPU, so I usually just, if I'm happy with the sound, I just flatten it to, you know, save power. It's this pad. And then there's this sound that I use quite a lot, pretty much in almost every track I made. And then together they sound like this. My favorite part about this track is this little Juno arp here that Jack recorded, a good friend of mine who helped me on some of the production here. This is the Juno 60 playing an arp. There's LA2 doing some compression, taking out frequencies here with the EQ8. You see I use a lot of EQ8. It's fine, EQ8 is perfectly fine. I just use the fab filter sometimes, and especially in the mixing process. Some limiting. There's Valhalla Space Modulator. This is an amazing plugin. It's kind of like just a chorus and spreads stuff to the side. If I turn it off, it's really centered and sounds mono, and if I do this, it's really spread out. And then there's the Echo Boy on here, just doing 8th delay. We got the DX7 organ here. This is like one of my favorite sounds in this project as well. The grandmother from Moog. It has a real spring inside the synth, so you can create really, really cool sounds. Then we got some pads from the Prophet. And another layer. They both have, let's look at this one in depth. They have Valhalla Room on here, just to add some room. They have the cassette plugin, this distorted Moog sound, again, with some decapitator, Valhalla Space. I showed you this before. Get this plugin, it's really, really nice. Then all the parts so far, if I play the synths, the steel drums, the bass, and the drums, this is how it sounds. You can hear there's a lot going on, but everything kind of has its own space. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the instrumentation. There's some Foley sounds here, which is pretty much just ambient, some street noise. Yeah, that's it. Let's look at the vocals. Let's start with the main vocals. I don't mind where we are. With this track, I really tried to have the vocals a bit more in the mix. I recorded this with a U87 and yeah, straight into my Apollo Twin. For anyone that's wondering how I recorded this. We got auto-tuney effects here to keep me in tune. I'm not the most amazing singer, so this is definitely a plugin that helps a lot. Let me just take off some of the processing so you can hear what's happening. I don't mind where we are. That's how it sounds without any processing, and then some tunings turned on. I don't mind where we are. This Pro Q is taking off around 140. That's where my voice, because my voice is really low, that's where a lot is
I don't mind
going on, and I usually always take out 140, just dip it down like 3 dB, and then boost some of the highs to give it a bit more presence. We got the LA2 that's doing some compression. Then we got the Echo Boy on the 30 IPS tape echo preset. That's a preset that the plugin comes with. I use this a lot. It just creates a really, really cool echo.
I don't mind where we are.
It just brings it to life and just spreads it out a bit.
Do you still know how we started?
Then we got the Echo Boy Junior that's doing like eighth note delay. Again, keep in mind, this is just a production window, so this is not how the final vocals sound on the record. This is just what I do in the production. Sometimes I even take all of this off before I go into mixing and just, start from scratch, especially with the vocals. It's just so when I'm producing that the vocals already sound nice and sit good in the mix. All right, let's look at the vocals. There's a main vocal.
No, let it out.
Pretty much the same. There's a tuner. There's a LA2. There's Echo Boy, again with the 30 IPS. There's a hard left, hard right double. And they're crushed a little bit. You can hear they're a little bit crushed, I did this with I can show you real quick. I unfreeze one of these. I did this with this Elijah character plugin. You can put the drive up and then just crush it a little bit. It's from the Plugin Alliance. It's a cool plugin to do something like that, like crushing sounds. That's character, like the plugin says. And then there's a low layer as well. That's also one of my favorite plugins. I know I'm a basic bitch, but Lil Alta Boy it is. It's just a really, really cool plugin to do, formant shift, pitch shifts, whatever. I'm just going down 4 on the formant, and you can hear how it sounds without. It's pretty much just my voice, and then all together.
Not sure what to say to you. So many thoughts can seem to stir.
I track the vocals, the main vocals for the chorus in a different project, so you can't see all the processing that's going on. But I'll play it for you.
They go on and on tonight, running in circles for...
Yeah, it has a half note delay on there, and it is compressed, and that's pretty much it for the processing. But again, I have a vocal chain that's already on here, pretty similar to the verse vocals that I showed you. Then we got this double down here.
On and on tonight, running in circles.
Same processing, and it again has the Elijah character on there. And then the cool thing about this chorus is this little robotic sounding layer. It's pretty much Decapitator doing all the work. If I take it off, yeah, it's also gated, And then we also got this layer down here, which sounds ridiculous, let's be honest. I mean, it's fine. Like, I tuned it to shits. Me trying to hit the high falsetto notes. It sounds funny by itself, definitely. But if you listen to it in contrast, if you listen to all the vocal layers in the chorus, it makes sense.
On and on tonight, running in circles for a while.
This is probably worth mentioning. A spring reverb, convolution reverb from Max for Life. It comes with Ableton. It's really, really cool. I just love the sound of spring reverbs. And then let me play all the elements together.
On and on tonight, running in circles for a while. Wondering how these years went by. Can we go back in time?
keep in mind that I mix these songs myself as well, and they really sound way different after I mix them sonically. It's really incredible how much you can improve a track. So yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching this. I hope you learned something. Make sure you subscribe, you leave a comment or a like or whatnot, and I would really appreciate that. Running in Circles is on all the streaming platforms. There will be a link down in the description. And yeah, I wish you all a lovely day and see you next time. Thanks so much. Peace out.